Welcome tankers! Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things to do, scouting Prokhorovka. This map is probably one of the best, actually not probably, it is the best active scouting map in the game. Only perhaps Malinovka might be better and only for suicide scouting. But this map is just a dream to play a scout in. And this game will show you why. So the first thing I like to do in Prokhorovka is, in a scout, is to get to the center hill and peek over and see what you light. You usually get spotted, so normally I wouldn't stop there, but I didn't get spotted. Normally I would like to drive around, zigzagging back and forth to avoid artillery if any are here. Now here I decide to take my aim off the Ferdinand and go to the KV-1S, figuring the KV would probably be easier to penetrate, and I'm going to have a tough time penetrating either of them because I'm so far away. But I probably should have kept shooting at the Ferdinand once or twice more before going to the KV-1S, but in a scout I like to damage multiple tanks if I can, because my gun isn't big enough to kill any of them, so might as well damage as many different tanks as possible. And hopefully you do some module damage. Now normally I wouldn't go over the hump in the middle this early. It's normally a death sentence, but in this case you'll notice my team for once pulled forward instead of hiding way in the back. So I know anything I spot over the hump they'll have shots at. So instead of having like 8 guys all shooting at me, the fire will be spread around, and anyone I spot will be getting shot at. Nothing's worse than going into enemy territory and having your team not shoot any of them. But here, I don't repair my track because I'm pretty sure this IS-6 is the only one left, and I know what his reload is. So I know I have enough time to let my track get up, and I might need the repair kit later for my gun, or a track if I'm caught somewhere out in the open. Now here, it looks like I'm pretty lucky dodging a lot of these shots here, but in fact, I have an IS-6, so I know exactly what the reload time is. So if I know roughly when a tank's going to fire, I try and zigzag or change direction or reverse immediately before they would reload and theoretically shoot. And often, if you're in a light tank and you're moving fast, they'll have to lead you by quite a distance. So just stopping or changing direction can make them miss by a wide margin. Now here you'll notice my team's all at least 300-400 meters behind me. So instead of going over the hump and getting killed, I'm just going to peek over, continually change positions so they can't focus in on me and just throw a shot whenever I appear over the train tracks. So I'm going to wait for my team to show up before doing anything dangerous like that. So again, just back and forth, peek over, spot all these guys over in the east, and wait for backup, which is almost here. So I'm beginning to think about going over the hump now, but not quite yet. I want to have teammates backing me up first. So here we got a few shots, flanking shots at these guys up on the hill, and my team takes them out in pretty short order. And now someone made the decision for me and went over the hump, so I might as well go in and help them. And the 416 luckily ignores me, which he is probably right to do, but it doesn't end well for him. And now it's just cleanup, and this shows you what a good scout can do. It can dominate this map.